I mean, I'd say we have a certain aesthetic at this point.
Yeah.
After doing 4 performances, we know what kind of things we like to play now. We like singing about romance. We like singing about
Jimmy.
Yeah, the romanticizing bad people and making them cool, funky stories.
And the last on Tuesday, you were singing "Hold On, Sweet Love."
Yeah.
Oh yes, love, sweet love, and Space Cowboy.
Space Cowboy, Jimmy, and I sang Jimmy this Camille yesterday.
Really?
Fish was freaking out.
The project, we're getting everybody together this week for the first time. We're going to be doing auditions. And then so this is all pre-production time, this November, December, these months, and then people go on break for January, and then we're going to hit the ground running in February, recording, doing our shoots, and then by March the project will be finished. So if you're interested to work on set, please contact me by November, what date are we? I'm going to say by November 10th, contact me. And if you're interested to be involved with music or post-production, if you're interested in a different part of the production that's not specifically being on set, contact me anytime, but the sooner the better. You can contact me at Allison_Frankel at brown.edu. So that's Allison, ALLISON _Frankel, FRANKEL at brown.edu.
It's brown.edu.
Mm-hmm. Ever wanted to be in a movie, Jerison? Or at least in the
Yesterday, someone told me that I
credits.
should become an actor.
You're good at acting.
Yeah, I realized that I'm just like, what it is that I'm good at isn't all the other stuff is auxiliary. The thing that's good is the performance. Like, if people want entertainment, I can do that. And there's different ways, but I can do that.
You can still entertain a crowd.
And so, I don't know, maybe. I don't know.
It's a completely different kind of crowd, right? Like a completely different audience.
I don't really think I'm interested in acting. It seems
I mean, music making for this movie, in terms of like getting Haven incorporated into this like project that she wants to do. And if she's interested in what we're creating, she's only seen half of what we're actually doing. So she said our post-production's between November and December, right?
Okay. Do you know what that means? Because I don't.
Post-production means that the movie will be done by December.
Okay.
There will probably be a release date by the end of that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
She wants to know by November 10th.
We can let her know now.
That's what I was going to say. I think we should talk with her right now. If we can. Let's see. November 10th. This seems like one of the best times for us to do so. But if we're going to do so, we need to know what we're going to say and what our goal is. It seems like, so questions on the table. What are you looking for in terms of music?
Styles of music.
That can be discussed later.
Okay.
With her? Yeah.
Right now, you guys are with me.
Are you guys not?
You need to work with me.
Okay.
If you don't need me, you should leave. But if you're here, you need to work with me. Because when you are in a group, you need to get the group working together and take advantage of the availability of the group. But if you think like you're done with me, then you can just leave so that I can do other work. So that the group can be productive, doing several things at once.
Yes, of course.
So we still need to work together in this meeting. The meeting is not over yet.
Yeah.
So anything that you two need to discuss. That doesn't need me to be involved. Can be done after the meeting.
Well, are you not? Would you be interested in having a phone call with her and being involved right now, or close to now?
No, because I'm a camera guy. I'm a background guy. I don't need to.
Do you want to film the discussion then?
Yeah, that's
What discussion?
like
Do you want to creep her out or what?
No. What I'm saying is you described yourself as a cameraman, and when you told that to us, I figured you want some involvement in the conversation that we might have with this person.
Not in a business meeting with her for the first time.
Mm.
You're gonna mess it up if you say, "Hi, this is the first meeting. Can we bring my camera with me?" You're gonna freak her out.
Yeah, I was thinking just right now on the phone.
Yeah.
Right. Like it would be
Too fast, not good. Do that after this meeting.
okay.
Not right now on the phone. Okay, I'm gonna ask you quick questions. Answer to me quickly, okay?
Okay.
What are the music that you, Elias, create for this movie? It has a copyright. A copyright is not good unless it has an owner.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want it to be owned by you, the person, or Haven, the group? Answer the question quickly. No thinking.
Haven.
Okay. Do you see why making a phone call to her right now is a bad idea? Because Haven is not a legal person yet.
Right.
Do you see why I stopped him from jumping the gun? We have a business to do, and if you don't do business, you can up before it has a chance to exist.
Copyright takes time. Copyright takes time.
No, it doesn't take time to do copyright. It takes time to form a legal person, to have a contractual legal abandonment agreement. Now you can catch him up with what?
So, in order to create music, I'll ask you the same question he asked me. For making music for this movie, is it going to be in your name or in Haven's name?
We're all going to be a part of it, so it should be Haven's name.
Exactly, right? In order to do that, we need a legal binding agreement saying that we are all connected together, that all of our music is copywritten together.
Okay.
Because it's not just going to be mine, it's not just going to be yours, it's not just going to be on a Beats or Mary's or James or Petrie's. It's all of us collectively. And we can all still make a percentage off that. That's not really the problem. The biggest issue is creating the music and making it authentic. And if we do make it authentic and completely original and we don't copyright it, someone could easily take what we have just created. And furthermore, not taking the opportunity to copyright would kind of take away the whole point of building an establishment, of building a business. So if we want to have legality or perform within the status quo of actual like entertainment rights, if we want those things, we need to start actually setting up for copyright issues, for a license agreement. I've researched BMIs and ASCAP before, right? And
what is that?
These are all the processes of which your music can get distributed legally. BMI is just one of the programs to go through it. Same thing with ASCAP. They're just the legal forms of documentation you sign up and pay for a legal person.
So you pay for a legal person and they distribute it?
In a sense, yes, yes.
Okay.
We're basically for like $50 or less, hiring a lawyer to tell us these songs are completely original, these songs are made by us, and if they're made by anyone else in the same way or form, they could be sued. But the reason Nick asked me that question was because if we were to make the call right now and get her on the phone, we have no form of copyright or license agreement. So if we do give out this music and we do play for her in the studio, then that's just hers. That's her music. It's not ours.
Okay.
And even though we are trying to be a community building, we're trying to have a
Mm-hmm.
community building platform, we still need to make money.
Yeah.
That is a smaller point.
Exactly.
The bigger point is that if you want to have a serious community, you have to have a system to protect the personal interest of its members.
Which is way more important than trying to gain any profit.
That means copyrights for the community and copyrights for the individual members when appropriate.
That's a good idea. Okay. Yeah, so we have to start looking into things like that before we can head straight into this. However,
let me ask you
we have
this
a
question.
deadline now.
Let me ask you this question, Elias. Do you see why you need to be in a meeting with me more frequently than in the past?
Oh, definitely. I completely understand.
If you want to do business, you need to bring in people that have interested in helping you to do your business, not just music. So music business is not about music only. It's about music and business. And you have to bring in business processes, documentation. You have to bring in people who's interested in doing documentation of your creative process with camera, with writing, with a lot of things that you guys don't like to do.
A lot of things that would slow us down a lot as well if we had to also do.
That's why you guys have to stop thinking like working with one another is enough to pull this business off. Because the more time you spend for business, the less time you have for creativity.
But we still need to figure out, well, I don't want to say but, because I don't want to reject what you just said, because everything you just said was true. On that note, where can we find the level of which direction we want it to go and already which direction it's going? Because right now that's like the let me try and explain better. The biggest thing right now, as far as I've taken from focus, is the direction we want to go in this conversation. And it seems like you keep bringing up we are already headed in the right direction. We're already headed the right way we want to go. And putting more emphasis on where we want to go and not how we're going to get there isn't going to get us anywhere. Is that correct?
There are too many things in your question.
Yeah.
A smaller one.
Well, I tried to, but never mind. I retract my statement.
So you were asking for guidance, it seemed.
I am, because I'm a little confused on.
Then formulate a simple question.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I guess it's a matter of. I have no idea now at this point. I'm not sure.
Okay. I'm gonna ask a question that because of what you said. When you were saying finding the right path, right? Like what he just described about us doing the music and the business, it seems like it would be best if we could set up the system so that all our roles were providing the entertainment and the other things, and we could do some advisory, but focus on
Okay.
Just the creation.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get at, is at what point do we have to draw the line and say this is strictly business, no longer creativity? Otherwise, we would not be talking in this room right now.
What do you mean?
You said that at some point we want to get to a point where we can just move creatively.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's not true. I'm saying we can do that once we've reached the end, right? But as for where we're starting right now, there is a line we have to draw where we have to be creative, and then another day we have to be more business formulated.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
not at the same time.
But not
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah.
Because there's no way to think creatively and then try and structure that together.
Correct.
I can speak for that through experience. I've tried so many times to make music in the same area of releasing the songs and coming out with everything for it. Too much of a mess. It's too hectic. Having a mastermind group where we're all together and can talk these things out together is so much more beneficial in getting creativity out there.
Mm-hmm.
However, the business aspect is always going to be like the obstacle, right? So I think we need to have both patterned down just as much, but if we could work more towards being more creative rather than being more of a business, that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But we still need those business elements. Those
Yeah,
entrepreneurship
I was simply talking along the lines of, like, you were asking what is the right path for us to take, like, in terms of like, should we, just what should we do next,
right?
And moving so that basically what it seems like is the best thing for us to be doing is just taking the one thread, which is the entertainment, right, and figuring out how to make that as strong as possible, because everything else will
ravel around it, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Right.
And should you believe what he says?
What does that mean?
He's making a statement. Do you want to believe that statement or not?
I mean,
that's a loaded question.
That's a loaded question. Yeah,
No. It's a serious question.
I understand it's a serious question.
Jason is answering your question.
Yeah, he agreed with me. He's saying, is there anything in that you want to challenge?
No, that's not my question. My question is, do you want to believe his statement? Whether it's right or wrong is not my question. The question is, do you want to even consider what he has to say at all?
Of course.
I would say no.
Well, then why? Yeah.
Exactly. Jason, do you remember a bunch of times that you asked me a business question? I say I cannot answer those questions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's happened.
Okay. That's how professional I am.
Mm-hmm.
I don't try to answer questions that's outside of my areas of expertise.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if Jason has background in business or?
I know he's a community leader. I can understand that he can bring people together.
Right, but when it comes to business process, his opinion is his opinion, not what you should believe. Is what I'm trying to warn you not to consider Jason to be correct in every field.
Oh, please. He's right. Please. That happens a lot. Don't do that. Listen to him. Like, that is one of the biggest problems of, like, things like remember how I was complaining about, like, I wasn't being serious, but I was complaining, like, that I was being accidentally forced to do whatever,
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying whenever that happens is, like, everybody in the group just looks to me as if I'm the ultimate decision maker on everything, but I'm not. That's not what I want. I don't want that.
Mm.
That's what he's saying.
I wouldn't be in this meeting myself if I didn't think that I had a say to contradict what you said.
Okay.
I wouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
If I describe you as just sole leader, I could leave right now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what we're doing.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation with you if I didn't think that I could question what Jerison said. But I do believe what he says because that's just how I believe it.
And I'm saying that that's not how the business should work.
Well, that's fine. We
The
both don't
business-
understand
the
business as well as
doesn't
you
work
do.
like that.
So
my
talk
point-
to us.
My point is that don't trust me when you ask me business question, and don't trust him when it comes to business question. We're not trained in business. We happen to have a person in-house who is trained in business.
Norman.
Exactly. Let business be his problem. So the reason why I bring this up is because I want to let you know that among us all, we have plenty of skills and experience to pull off big business, not just music business, but
I understand.
so. But the first step cannot take place if you guys do not have an intention to conduct meetings here where Norm and I can participate. If you want to make this a serious business fast, then we have to make decisions together and bring in Norm. Then a lot of things can happen very fast because he's trained as a global manager.
He's a GM.
Global manager, management.
Yeah.
He took courses
He
in
doesn't-
global
I
management.
did not know that.
Yeah, neither did I. Until
I
a
did
couple-
not know he was certified to be a GM.
Yeah.
Not yet.
When you
he
say
lacks-
GM like that,
he
when you
lacks
say
a
GM
few-
like that, you make me think of like
Well, like GM is like NBA status. Like that's a general manager,
Mhm.
global manager.
He,
That's crazy.
he lacks a few credits, but still he's
Yeah,
more
yeah.
trained than I am
Mm.
in business.
Okay.
Mhm.
Having Norman here for a discussion like this would be awesome.
Mhm.
When I did talk to him, I asked if we could talk, but he had to go to work. I don't want to bring up like scheduling like meetings with him because we're already in our own meeting right now.
Mhm.
But if you guys decided that you want to involve us, then having a scheduled meeting here would make a big difference for you guys because you know when Norm leaves.
Here, you just moved in.
I didn't ask you.
Oh, sorry.
Do you know when Norm leaves?
I do now.
Right there, as of
2 weeks ago.
2 days ago.
Oh, 2 days ago. My bad. I heard
Yeah.
that wrong. Wow. Okay.
We're all very serious.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you guys have regular business meeting here, Norm and I can easily participate. But if you guys conduct your meetings elsewhere, you only do creativity stuff, not really business stuff, because you guys don't focus on business enough.
Okay.
Very true.
Very true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we spend whenever we do it, we're mostly thinking about the entertainment value.